We've grown used to imagining the future through the dark lens of cyberpunk. Neon lights, sprawling megacities drowning in eternal rain, slums buried in the shadows of colossal corporations, where technology serves not progress but power and control. But what if the future could be something else? Solarpunk paints a vision where nature and technology, humanity and the ecosystem coexist in harmony, creating an entirely new world. Cities overflowing with greenery, skyscrapers covered in gardens, streets illuminated by soft solar lights powered by clean energy. The whisper of the wind through the leaves, the quiet hum of solar panels, the gentle splash of water in canals. Pathways made from recycled materials, living walls of lush plants, smart screens seamlessly integrated into the environment. This is a world where ecological awareness, social justice, and technological progress blend into one. No smog-choked roads, no gray concrete jungles, no endless traffic jams. Instead, clean air, singing trees, and technology designed to complement nature, not dominate it. Solar panels and wind turbines aren't just sources of energy. They become a natural part of architecture, seamlessly blending into their surroundings. Bright colors, organic shapes, soft natural lighting. Everything in this aesthetic inspires optimism and faith in the future. In a world where dystopias dominate books, films, and video games, Solarpunk is a breath of fresh air. Its stories don't dwell on the collapse of civilization. Instead, they show how society can overcome crises through technology, creativity, and cooperation. Solarpunk-inspired art and fashion depict vibrant green cities, living architecture, and technologies powered by the sun and wind. It draws inspiration from natural forms and warm, organic colors. Its architecture borrows from Art Nouveau, its designs mimic biological structures, and its clothing is crafted from recycled fabrics and biotextiles. But Solarpunk isn't just a futuristic aesthetic. It's a powerful cultural movement that extends into social activism. Here, cooperation replaces competition, and the common good takes priority. Instead of fueling resource wars, Solarpunk promotes inclusivity, equality, and justice. Instead of rigid hierarchies and corporate control, it advocates for decentralized structures where power is shared among the people. It envisions a world of cooperatives, self-sufficient communities, and urban farms, where local initiatives replace global corporations and people work together for the collective good. This is a utopia we can build. Though the movement is only about 15 years old, it already offers an alternative path. Unlike the bleak cyberpunk visions that have dominated sci-fi since the 1980s, Solarpunk imagines a future where high and low technologies serve both society and nature, rather than working against them. If cyberpunk is a rebellion against a technocratic dystopia, then Solarpunk challenges mindless consumption and ecological destruction. Even its name reflects its essence. Solar symbolizes renewable energy and environmental awareness, while punk embodies the spirit of counterculture and defiance against destructive systems. Cyberpunk depicts a world where humanity has lost. It has surrendered to corporations, lost control over its own technology, and faded into digital oblivion. Solarpunk, on the other hand, is an act of resistance. It asserts that we still have a choice, that technology can be an ally. Instead of chaos, it offers balance. Instead of ecological collapse, green solutions. In cyberpunk, isolation is a way of life. Every man for himself. The world is fractured, and people trust their implants more than their neighbors. Solarpunk is the opposite. Here, the greatest power isn't held by corporations, but by communities. Nature pushes back against urban chaos. Cyberpunk streets are endless asphalt, drones, and flashing advertisements. In Solarpunk, trees grow on rooftops, solar panels become works of art, and water features purify the air. The city is not an enemy of nature, but its extension. In Cyberpunk, technology is a set of shackles. Cybernetic implants that strip away human identity, AI that overrides free will, total surveillance. In Solarpunk, technology liberates. Smart grids distribute energy without waste. Autonomous farms feed entire cities. Bioarchitecture creates homes that regulate their own temperature. And Solarpunk isn't just a dream. It's already taking shape in real-world projects. Eco-villages, urban gardens, green rooftops, self-sufficient homes, and local renewable energy networks. Autonomous power grids, smart greenhouses, biotech that restores ecosystems. Repair cafes, where communities gather to fix broken items instead of throwing them away, reducing waste. Decentralized networks that create independent, corporate-free digital spaces. Across the world, self-sustaining communities, eco-settlements, and urban farms are emerging, where people grow their own food, harness renewable energy, and apply smart ecological and architectural solutions. You might think this is some distant future, but take a look around. Masdar City in the UAE, an entire city powered solely by solar energy. The Line in Saudi Arabia, a revolutionary car-free linear city. Bosco Verticale in Italy, an ecological village based on permaculture principles. Solarpunk worlds prove that technology should enhance, not dominate the environment. In one city, that means passive cooling systems for buildings. In another, it's solar panels integrated into public spaces. Some places will rely on automated farms and harvesting robots, while others will embrace hands-on labor to reconnect people with the land. Solarpunk doesn't impose a one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, it offers an approach where technology adapts to local needs. Let's take a look at some of the technologies already making this vision a reality. Take earthships, for example. Self-sufficient homes that demonstrate how architecture can seamlessly integrate with nature. While they aren't perfect or suitable for every region, their core principles can be adapted worldwide. Vertical farms, skyscrapers where fresh vegetables and fruits replace office spaces. These farms are already thriving in Singapore and Dubai, producing tons of food without pesticides and with minimal water consumption. Living architecture, buildings that grow and breathe alongside nature. Green walls that purify the air. Rooftops that collect rainwater and convert sunlight into energy. Biomimicry, from leaf-inspired facades to cooling systems modeled after termite mounds. Nature has spent millions of years refining its designs. Why not learn from them? Passive heating and cooling systems replace energy-hungry air conditioners and heaters. Vertical gardens and green rooftops do more than just beautify a space. They filter the air. Rainwater filtration systems make sustainable water use possible. Locally sourced and recycled materials form durable, beautiful structures that minimize waste. Solarpunk offers a new vision, an economy that supports both people and nature, not just profit. Instead of endless growth and resource depletion, it values sustainability and well-being. Ecosystems aren't depleted, they're revived. Waste ceases to exist. Everything is reused and given new life. This is not a world built for the privileged few. It's a society where there is space for everyone. But can we truly build this world? Let's take a look at the future of Solarpunk. The smog over megacities thickens. News headlines scream about freshwater shortages, disappearing forests, extreme heat, and weather anomalies. The world begins to grasp the looming catastrophe. Cities start to change. The first vertical farms appear along streets, turning glass facades into living walls of greenery. Architects abandon the endless pursuit of height, designing buildings that generate their own energy and naturally cool themselves. New districts are built with priority for electric transport and pedestrians. The energy revolution gains momentum. Solar panels are no longer bulky structures on rooftops. They are seamlessly integrated into building facades, roads, and windows, transforming every surface into an energy source. Next-generation wind turbines operate even in unlikely locations. Most importantly, new batteries can store energy with minimal losses, enabling homes, neighborhoods, and entire cities to function autonomously. These are only the first steps, but the most crucial shift has already occurred. The world has awakened. People begin to understand that a sustainable future is not a dream, but a necessity. Cities begin to look different. Buildings are no longer just concrete and glass boxes. They are alive. Facades are covered with moss that absorbs carbon dioxide and cools the streets. Rooftops become gardens growing vegetables, fruits, and rare plants. Even walls contribute to this new cycle of life. Biopanels using photosynthesis generate electricity, turning every structure into a miniature power station. Automation takes over. Biorobots tend to green spaces, recycle waste, and create self-repairing materials, allowing buildings to regenerate after damage. Artificial intelligence manages energy systems, optimizing resources. Meanwhile, oil and coal become relics of the past. Fossil fuel-based factories shut down, taking entire industries with them. The world transitions to hydrogen, solar power, and next-generation batteries. By 2050, it's impossible to imagine that the world once depended on dirty technologies. We live in a reality where nature and technology no longer oppose each other, and this is just the beginning. Cities are nothing like they once were. Skyscrapers are wrapped in living facades that filter carbon dioxide and saturate the streets with oxygen. Energy is no longer a problem. Micronuclear batteries provide stable power for homes and transportation. Atmospheric solar panels harvest diffused light even on cloudy days. Nuclear fusion has finally become a reality, offering the world an almost limitless source of clean energy. Massive power plants are a thing of the past. Every building is self-sufficient, storing and distributing energy within an interconnected network. Artificial trees, embedded into urban landscapes, accelerate air purification. Genetic modification revives extinct ecosystems, balancing the climate and giving new flora and fauna a chance to thrive. Vertical farms inside skyscrapers are no longer experiments. They provide fresh produce for entire megacities. Solarpunk is no longer a utopia. By 2075, Earth has become an entirely different place. Eco-cities have spread across the planet, each metropolis a living organism where technology and nature exist in perfect synergy. Artificial intelligence now manages the biosphere, creating self-sustaining natural zones. Forests are no longer cut down. Rivers, once polluted for centuries, teem with life again. Even the oceans, once choked with plastic and toxic waste, are being revived through biotechnology. And now, as Earth finally finds harmony, humanity takes its next step, into space. The first solarpunk colonies emerge beyond our planet, self-sustaining ecosystems where humans, technology, and nature exist in balance. Terraforming Mars is no longer a fantasy. Genetic engineering and biotechnology enable the first artificial forests to take root on the red planet. Space stations become self-sufficient, recycling energy, water, and waste with maximum efficiency. Yet for now, we remain in the dirty 20s, a decade that future historians may well refer to as the era when horizons were still hidden behind concrete jungles, when glass towers stretched skyward without weaving into nature but instead uprooting it. So why does this future, which we can imagine so vividly, remain only a dream? There are many reasons. Some technologies are still in their infancy. Others simply do not fit into the logic of a market economy, where value is measured in profit rather than the well-being of society or the planet. Our global economy was built not for harmony but for endless growth, and that prevents truly revolutionary ideas from becoming reality. Thank you for your time. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you soon in the next video.